New at 4:30, the battle over Alabama's congressional map carries on.
A major redistricting trial begins next week, and its outcome could reshape the state's map once again. ABC 3340's Gracie Johnson joins us live from the newsroom. And Gracie, you spoke with an Alabama representative whose district is largely impacted by all of this.
Brenda, yes. Representative Shomari Figures of District 2 talked with me today about the potential outcomes of this federal trial that kicks off on Monday. Now, to break it all down, back in 2023, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled the state's map violated voting rights, requiring that map from 2021 to be redrawn. The upcoming trial will now determine whether the current map remains permanent or not.
Alabama's congressional map has long been a point of contention, with the state historically failing to create a map that meets Voting Rights Act standards without the courts stepping in. This all changed with the Allen versus Milligan case, where the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that the 2021 version of the map diluted black voting power.
To this day, the state of Alabama has never enacted a Voting Rights Act compliant map without a court forcing it to do so.
Now, in the case of Castor versus Allen, voting rights advocates are fighting to make the new map, one that includes 2 black opportunity districts, permanent.
African Americans make up roughly a little less than a third of the population, and under the previous district lines, they only had the opportunity to legitimately influence the outcome of one of 7 congressional seats, which was only about 14%. And so I think what this case means, if it comes out in a positive light, it means better representation, better quality of representation for people across this district, but people across the state of Alabama as a whole.
But if the court rules against the permanent map, the changes could affect voters across the entire state.
If a court does ultimately decide that the districts have to be redrawn, then they would have to tinker with most, if not all, of the existing boundary lines of other congressional districts. So it could certainly impact who's representing you now, well beyond just the people that are located in the 13 counties that we now call District 2.
And it could also mean another round of elections down the road.
At the end of the day, this case is about determining the district lines. And if the district lines are redrawn, then there may have to be another election in the future under the new district lines. But we'll have to see what the parameters of any decision that ultimately comes out.
Again, the trial begins Monday, and the decision could impact Alabama's congressional map for the rest of the decade. Brenda.